Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to my wonderful 118 subscribers. Um, Special shout out to Barbarian Kung Fu. It seems like maybe through a contact that he has on his social platform, um, Perry's Comics, has joined the Kraken's Lair. Thank you, everyone. This is going to be a sad video, kind of sad one. So I just want to move through it. I ordered a comic book on eBay, The Witching Hour #1. It was in decent condition, um, 4, 5, 5, something like that. The seller was asking like $125 plus shipping, and reached out to me and was like, knocked off $20. And I'm like, sure. Like, I love monsters, barbarian, kung fu, barbarian. You know this about me. I'm like, sure, let's do this. I had recently sold a comic book on eBay, so I had some funds because I'm trying to get to the point where I can fund my hobby with my hobby, and it's not just like laying out cash. So, talking with my lovely and amazing wife, she's like, yeah, go ahead and do this. So I bought it. And the guy sent it so quickly, I wasn't even really like sort of like every day like checking the tracking and like where it's at. And I was off the other day, and it's like, oh, it shows delivered. Mm-mm. Not delivered to this address. So I went to my local post office and I was like, hey, tracking shows it was delivered. But there's like some convoluted thing going on here where there's like my local post office and this other post office where stuff gets shipped to first, and then they take it over to my local post office to deliver it. But my local post office was short staffed. So this post office was like, here, we'll take some of our staff to deliver the packages as opposed to us sending them to you and you delivering them. That all sounds great. And it didn't get here. So I contacted my local post office. I was like, didn't get it. And they're like, yeah, man, it's a problem. Like, it's, we told them it was going to be a problem, like in the system, like, doesn't work. So I was like, okay. They gave me a couple phone numbers to reach out to. And I was off work today. So off the rip, like, I was like, okay. They open up at 8:30 in the morning. So at 8:40, the phone numbers I've been provided by my little post office, I'm like calling, left messages. Actually, I left a message yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going up there. So I go up there, and go to the person at the counter, and I'm like, hey man, I show a package delivered, didn't get it. She's like, oh, you need to talk to a manager. And I was like, well, okay, cool. Figuring I was going to talk to a manager, but no manager materialized. So she gives me a little piece of paper, like my name, my phone number, like what's your issue? And I'm like, yeah, man, like this $125 comic book it did not arrive. And here's a tracking number, and it shows it was delivered, at 3:08 p.m. I've got all the information, so I'm feeling pretty good that I'm not going to be out $125. Um, I'd asked my lovely and amazing wife before I went to the post office, like, hey man, like while I'm out and about, like, do you need anything? And she's like, oh, can you get by the store and like, get some soda and while I was there, I was like, oh, I'll get her like a breakfast bowl or something and maybe something for me for lunch. I was not gone long, like 30 minutes. I was gone, and I pull up into my driveway, which faces the fence of my backyard, and oh, it's gonna show it. This was in my backyard. I have a new, well, she's almost a year old, but she's still very puppy, dog. And, oh, yeah, here's the plastic. I guess they contacted the mailer and was like, oh man, this dude's package, it's $125 and you're gonna have to pay it out of pocket. And went and found my comic book and how my front porch is, as opposed to like putting it on the steps or whatever. I guess like they were so concerned that they were going to be out of pocket $125 that they put it on the inside of the gate, which is understandable. It's completely understandable that they would do this. And so I drive up, and this is just strewn across the yard. And it's not about the $125. This comic book, I'm just going to show the cover because it's from 1969. It's as old as I am. And I'm about preserving comic books and taking care of them for the next generation of collector. And I was like out of the house for 30 minutes. And yeah. Somewhere if I zoom, like you can like see like my dog's like claw marks. And I mean, I'm sure she had a great time, as she ate this comic book. I'm not happy. I'm not pleased at all. But, I want to blame the dog, blame the mailman. Like, my wife, I was gone for 30 minutes. Like, the dogs always bark, and freak out. Like, somebody comes close to the steps. But she's at her job, working from home, on the phone. And, so I feel ashamed. I feel I need to apologize to the comic book community that this book that was in, pretty decent condition before my dog, oh man, got a hold of it and drug it across the yard. Oh, there's almost a couple of paw prints. Thank you, Rosie. Your $125 toy. I'm rambling because I'm upset. Like I said, I'm upset that this book that has been around for 50 plus years, the mail system couldn't place its location. And when I was trying to find it, you know, and trying to follow up on it, it showed up, and now it's destroyed. So in a lot of my videos, I discuss that this stuff is made out of paper, you know, and things can happen. So here is the Witching Hour #1 from 1969. Garbage. Trash. Because a series of unfortunate events made it this way. And that's why, like, older books in part have value, because you know, somebody's basement floods, somebody's house burns down, somebody inherits a collection that they don't care about it, you know, somebody's puppy gets a hold of it, and that's one less in the world. So, that's so wrenching for me. I was so excited to get this. At Barbarian Kung Fu, I was like, you know, monsters and like raw. Oh, see, I picked it up, but like now the cover's like, yeah, raw, Witching Hour #1. You know, I'm not even worried about turning the camera. Like, this is, So, I did get two comic books prior to the savage destruction of the Witching Hour. And so I was like, okay, cool. You know, like I'll show two new books, and I will show the awesome Witching Hour book. See, I'm still like, if the guy just sent it in the chat, maybe it would survive. Maybe long enough for me like to get home to stop my dog from playing frisbee with a comic book. See, look. This guy, Gemini Miller, and good on you, seller. Look. Cardboard protection. Wow. Like I said, I'm so distraught. I'm so upset. Wow. I showed like the current, the Sabertooth War, Wolverine #41. This is #42. His head is the birthday cake. Sabertooth. I don't buy much modern books, but like they were like, this is the bloodiest Wolverine story ever. I'm like, okay, sold. I showed the first issue, Batman 142, where it's like the definitive Joker origin. This is one of the variant covers. It wasn't too expensive, but like I really liked it. So this is the Joker, Part 2, Year 1, #143. I think I'm just gonna look at these two books to try to like sort of appease my sadness. I don't even know what to do with this. Like, I can't just throw it in the trash. Maybe repurpose it into some artwork or something, but I'm just like, I can't even look at it. It makes me so sad. So, comic books are made out of paper. They're not meant for dogs. Like, not like none of you knew that. You never know what can happen, with your comic books. In the mail system, one never knows. And that means one less out there in the world. So, I was gonna say everybody enjoy comics and enjoy comic book collecting, but like, dude, we take our hits. You know, it's not always light and rainbows and candy. We take our hits, and we keep on trucking. And here at the Krakens Lair, we are gonna keep on trucking. So it's very unfortunate. But I'm a professional. I will rise above it. Everyone, thank you for watching the Krakens Lair Comics, this janky little channel. I'm sorry that there was some darkness, in this video, but thank you so much for watching. And if you're a subscriber, I love all of you. 118. Maybe I can get past 120. Or not. I'm not collecting subscribers, but thank you all for watching. Chris at the We Love Comics channel, shout out. Barbarian Kung Fu, shout out. Perry's Comics, shout out. Nostalgic Pod Blast, shout out. Yeah, I'm sure this video distressed you to see the savage brutality of the destruction of my comic book. So everyone, enjoy comic books, enjoy comic book collecting. When I get over the trauma and maybe find another issue of The Witching Hour #1, I will share that with you all. Everyone, have a good day. Thank you for watching.